If you have fallen from God so far that you feel he might not even take you back, or maybe he doesn't want you back, this word is 100% for you. So listen, I know you've probably heard the story of the prodigal son, but let me tell you in another light. Now, these are the words of Jesus, the Son of God, God in the flesh. And this is exactly what he said about it. He said there were two sons, and the younger son decided that he wanted the inheritance from his father. So he asked for the money, and then he got the money, and he went and lived a wild, wild life. And he spent all of his money. And by that time, there was a famine that came across the whole city, and he no longer had anything to eat. He was even being paid to feed pigs, so much that that food looked good to him. And then boom, the idea came to his head. Oh yeah, even the lowest person in my father's house, the servants, they even have extra food to eat. Maybe if I go back and tell my father how sorry I am, maybe he will even let me be a servant in his house. And so he does. And he goes back and he tells his father the exact thing that he said he would. He said, "Father, I'm sorry for I've sinned, but would you at least let me be a servant in your house that I can eat?" And the part that happens next is so crazy, because he doesn't even acknowledge that he says that he sinned. He only acknowledges that his son is back. So he immediately tells his servants, "Get the finest robe for my son, get rings for my son, get sandals for his feet, and we are going to kill a calf so that we have a huge feast for my son because he's back." He said, "My son was dead, but now he's returned to life. He was lost, but now he's found." When Jesus told this story, he was declaring the heart of God. And I'm here to tell you today that if you have fallen from God, he is so ready for you to come back into his house. And not only is he ready for you to come back into his house, but he's not ready to hear about what you've done. He's ready to clean you up. He's ready to put the exact same robe that was yours before back on you. He's ready to clothe you with royalty. How crazy is that? God is not ready to hear about what you've done. He's not ready to hear how terrible you are. And if you think you're too dirty, you're too muddy, you aren't. God is ready to clean you and clothe you with the righteousness of Jesus. The devil wants to tell you that what you've done is way too far. He's pushed you so far away from God, you've lost your calling. But the crazy part about the story is that he put the same robe of royalty back on him. He didn't accept him in and say, "Okay, you can come back a servant." But what did he do? He put the royalty on him. He gave him a ring. He gave him sandals. They have a big feast. That's God saying that not only can you come back in the house as a servant, you're coming back as royalty.